Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about my plans on now looking for an E36 M3 in today's current market. The market is a little crazy, and so it should be a pretty interesting experience, and it has proven to be so already. This car is new to the channel, although not new to me. I've had it for about a year. It's a 2007 328xi wagon. It's an E91. Special thing about this car is it's deep green and it's Dakota beige interior. It's green over tan, and it's also manual. So that's pretty cool. It just started raining, but I'm gonna keep shooting. It's been pretty stormy today, on and off. I think my iPhone can handle a little bit of rain. But anyways, okay, iPhone cannot handle the rain, so we're gonna do the rest of the video in the car. Although this is not the car we're talking about. So this is the wagon. I love this car, and I'll do a video on it soon. This video, like I said, is about the E36. So a few things I'm looking for here and a few things I'm kind of combating internally as I look. I'll start with number one. I am a die-hard Dakar Yellow fan. Dakar Yellow E36 is, my dream car. I have it literally on my sweatshirt right now. And so my first thought going into this, buying another E36 M3, this will be my second one, was I got to get a Dakar Yellow one. I had a titanium silver convertible manual. That was fantastic. It had a hard top. It was, fairly set up, and it was a blast. But I wanted to have a car that I could bring to the track. So with this one, I'm avoiding the convertible option and going with a sedan or coupe. So I'm thinking Dakar Yellow, and then I start to see pricing. I want to also have a budget to set up the car and do some modifications, make it my own, build it in a unique way. So as I keep looking at the market, seeing the prices of a Dakar Yellow one specifically, I'm kind of becoming more open to the idea of getting something that's not yellow, or a rare color even, especially when I combine that with the fact that it's one thing to find a Dakar Yellow car, it's another to find a clean Dakar Yellow car. And so that's the same, with all the rare colors, with the greens, with the purples, so that's another point that's drawing me to care a little bit less about the color and actually care more about how clean the car is. I've seen a few cars that are some rare colors, but they need a lot of help, a lot of TLC, and like body work, interior work, and also some of these things that they would need are indications that the car wasn't treated very well during its lifetime. So, there's a lot to be said about buying a 30-year-old car in the spec that you want. Like, that's really cool if you can find one, but I'm realizing that it's not that great as an option for me if I'm going to be sacrificing how well the car was kept, how clean it is, and on top of that, it's much more expensive. So that being said, I'm totally open to a black or silver car, which I definitely wouldn't have been before, especially if it allows me the budget to make it something unique. So with that said, looking in this market, I'm really trying to hit Auto Tempest every day, trying to and obviously using through Auto Tempest, Craigslist, Facebook, Car Gurus, Auto Trader. Those are the options, I think. And I'm also trying to hit just the off-market cars, posting in forums and in groups, just being like, hey, does anyone have a clean E36 M3, this desired spec? For me, it's any spec as long as it's coupe, sedan, manual. And hoping that, some guys message me through there. I've had a few guys message me with really interesting cars, but none have worked out so far. Another option that I've been kind of testing out as well is looking on BMW CCA website. There's a classified section on there as well as Bimmer World, and so I've been looking on there, although I've been checking those less frequently because there's a lot less to navigate through on those. The last major thing that I'm kind of walking through right now during my search of an E36 M3 is kind of more introspective. It's easy for me to get obsessed with this stuff, as I've mentioned in previous videos. It's easy for me to make these things an idol, make my finding of an E36 M3 far too important in my life. And so that's something that I'm really trying to be intentional about, really trying to stay in prayer about, and that God would give me the wisdom and the discipline to keep things that should be at the top, like my faith, my family and friends, my relationship. Those are the most important things, and I don't want to let this passion neglect those things, but I want to use all these things for Him. I know that it's not so crucially important that I get a Dakar Yellow M3 anymore, when before that really was, and it was too important in my life. And so giving up the color of a car, as stupid as it sounds, has actually given me a lot of freedom. And giving up the idea of owning an E36 M3 at all has been a lot of freedom that I have found just in my thought life, just in my ability to enjoy cars and not be in a rush to buy an E36 M3. It's also given me the freedom to really be intentional about my money. I'm reading this book called God and Money right now. It's absolutely phenomenal. And one thing that God has just been revealing to me over the last couple years now, and He's so patient with me, is how I use my money. I've always been somebody who's driven. I learned that from my parents, to be driven in my career and driven in my ambitions. But then what do I do with what I receive from being driven and being passionate? And so what do I do with these funds? And I just have a really hard time with, for myself, of spending it all on me, and so I've just been learning about giving and how I can do that while enjoying this passion of cars. Another reason why I really would love to get into an E36 M3 that's on the lower side of the budget as well is so that I can really freely give the car away. And what I mean by that is toss the keys to a friend. Hey man, take it out this weekend, no problem at all. If somebody needs a car, let's drive it all weekend somewhere and go on a trip, and all you guys can test it out, take a lap, whatever it is. That gives me the ability to do that, and if somebody breaks it or something, I can fix it. I have the budget to do that. So these are all the things I'm kind of contemplating as I'm looking for an E36 M3. And if you guys have any questions or have any comments, feel free to leave them below. Subscribe, helps me out with this algorithm here as I continue to post and just continue to bring you guys along this journey. I'm really excited to get back into an E36 M3 if God wills it. And so stay updated, guys. I will keep you guys updated, and I'll see you for the next one.